Jared Kushner to lead an emergency trip and delegation to Saudi Arabia and Qatar. According to administration officials, the main objective of the meeting is trying to ease the tensions between Saudi Arabia and other Gulf states to Qatar. A White House delegation, spearheaded by senior advisor to the president Jared Kushner, will travel to Saudi Arabia and Qatar this week. Special Representative for International Negotiations Avi Berkowitz, Hook and Adam Boehler are expected to join the trip as well. In Riyadh, they will meet with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and other senior Saudi officials. They will also meet the Emir of Qatar and other Qatari officials. According to a person familiar with the travel plan, the meeting's main objective is to ease the tensions between Saudi Arabia along with other Gulf states and Qatar. An administration official said this rift undermines the stability in the region and has the potential to undermine the progress made in the Abraham Accords. There is still a significant opportunity for achievements in the Middle East, the official said. Last week, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo in Neom, Saudi Arabia, the Post has reported, according to Israeli sources. Netanyahu, along with Mossad chief Yossi Cohen, National Security Advisor Meir Ben Shabbat and Netanyahu's military secretary Avi Bluth, used a private plane belonging to businessman Udi Angel, which the Prime Minister has used for past diplomatic trips. The plane left Israel at 5 p.m. on Sunday and returned after midnight. The Israeli and Saudi sides discussed Iran and normalization, the Wall Street Journal reported, citing a senior Saudi advisor. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so you can get notified whenever new Bible prophecy news videos are uploaded. In other prophetically related news, Abbas heads to Jordan, Egypt for first state visits since pandemic started. King Abdullah reaffirms support for two states in meeting with Palestinian president, who will sit down with el-Sissi on Monday in trip following Ramallah's renewed ties with Israel. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas traveled to Jordan and then Egypt on Sunday to meet with the leaders of those countries in his first state trip in nearly 10 months. Abbas met with King Abdullah II, who is Jesuit-educated at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C., in the southern Jordanian city of Aqaba to discuss developments in the Palestinian sphere, the Palestinian Authority Presidential Office said in a laconic statement. Abbas thanked the Jordanian monarch for his stances in support of the Palestinian position, and the rights of our people to freedom and independence, Abbas's office said. Abdullah said in a statement that Jordan would resist any attempt to change the identity of Jerusalem on the ground and reaffirmed Jordan's support for a two-state solution. Senior Palestinian officials Hussein al-Sheikh and Majid Faraj also attended the meeting with the Jordanian monarch, according to the official PA news agency WAFA. The two are among Abbas's closest advisors. Al-Sheikh controls the powerful Civil Affairs Commission, which handles relations with Israel, while Faraj directs the Palestinian intelligence services. Abbas left Jordan in the afternoon and traveled to Cairo, where he is scheduled to meet with Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sissi on Monday. The state visits are Abbas's first since a February trip to the United Nations Security Council, where he condemned outgoing U.S. President Donald Trump's controversial peace plan. The intervening months have been tumultuous. The coronavirus pandemic swept the globe. Israel normalized relations with 3 Arab states, dramatically shifting the regional order. The Israeli plan to annex parts of the West Bank was announced and subsequently suspended. The Palestinians increasingly found themselves diplomatically isolated and on the defensive. Abbas's meetings with fellow Arab leaders follow the resumption of coordination between Israel and the Palestinian Authority after nearly 6 months in which Ramallah publicly severed all ties between the two parties. The Palestinian president cannot travel without approval by Israeli authorities. While that annexation plan was shelved in August as part of the normalization accords with the United Arab Emirates, coordination between the Palestinian Authority and Israel did not resume until a week and a half ago. The decision to restore ties came only a few days after the U.S. presidential election was won by Democratic challenger Joe Biden, whom Ramallah anticipates will prove more sympathetic to their cause than outgoing President Donald Trump. The Palestinians severed all ties with Trump administration 3 years ago in protest of its policies. According to Abbas advisor Nabil Shaath, the coronavirus also played a large role in limiting his travel. Like many in the graying Palestinian leadership, the 84-year-old president is considered at risk for complications from the virus due to his advanced age and medical history. A spokesperson for Abbas could not be reached for further comment on the timing of the trip. While Jordan and Egypt have historically expressed support for the Palestinian cause, both also have signed peace treaties with Israel and work closely with Israel on regional issues. Egypt enjoys especially tight security ties with Israel, as Cairo depends on the Jewish state to help contain a violent Islamist insurgency in northern Sinai. El-Sissi is also closely aligned with the United Arab Emirates and hailed Abu Dhabi's decision to normalize ties with Israel in mid-August. Jordan was far more restrained in its praise, with Foreign Minister Ayman Safadi making no mention of the agreement on bilateral ties. The decision to freeze the annexation of Palestinian lands included in the agreement between the United Arab Emirates and Israel must be followed by Israel, stopping all illegal measures which undermine peace opportunities and its violations of Palestinian rights, Safadi said. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And stay tuned to Watchman Report for more Bible prophecy news.